Sometimes you just want to watch some good old-fashioned trial by combat. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I will be scratching that primal itch for you. Is this guy dead? Probably, I don't fucking know. This is a niche little community that I seem to cross paths with once a year. It's comparable to seeing a child on a leash in a Walmart. You just can't seem to look away. What did little bro do to be put in a harness, you know? Basically, you suit up in full armor and see who can get brain damage first. Men are simple creatures, what can I say? They got horses, axes, longswords.
Sword we make.
Bisexual woman with blue hair.
I like consensual violence.
And Gregor. We will get to this absolute specimen soon. I told my sister about this video idea. She said, oh, that's like LARPing, right? LARPing's for pussies. This is full armored combat. People getting brain damage out here on God. Let me formally introduce you to Gregor. Sir Gregor. If there's anyone that should not be allowed to participate in these events, it's this man. He is, and I am not kidding, standing at a height of 7'1" and nearly 500 pounds fully suited up. He looks like a Dark Souls boss. He should not be allowed to participate in these events. It kind of looks like an adult just fighting 7th graders. All right, so stop. This image is so funny to me because it's kind of like you already know what's going to go down. Trick question, you have literally no idea. It starts out pretty good. It goes downhill when Lil Bro dodges at nothing. He didn't even swing. I think Gregor took offense at this because what proceeds is the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen. He lands a solid neck hit that was just closing the gap. He tanks a nut shot, wraps his axe around his neck, and headbutts him over 5 times. Then knees him, and dude just drops onto Gregor's axe. He just stands over his dead body. He's dead. He's dead. I'm sorry, but I'd have to air the place out if that shit happened to me. I mean, look at the resemblance. In the beginning of the clip, Lil Bro falls over basically nothing, so I don't even think he wanted to be there. Imagine it's like his first fight ever, and he just gets into a 1v1 with the most lethal man in there. Gregor's main strategy is just to get one hit in every few minutes. Then he just stands still. I think he runs out of stamina. He makes sure that one hit is deadly though, because there's no way another man would be able to hold back someone like Gregor. He seems to really just spawn into some of these fights. He was dissatisfied with this man's weak ass hits. I don't want to hate on this guy right here, but if I'm registered in an event like this, I'm not swinging like James Charles. Why are his swings so zesty? Go in for the kill. Fucking put him in his place. Gregor must be toying with this man, right? Or he just enjoys the sensual hugging. It's kind of cute. Someone in the comments asked who this big guy is. God damn. Grant the Knight said, Sir Gregor, aka Nick. He's huge. Oh yeah, that's just my buddy Nick. Nick acts like he eats chalk. There is not a thought behind that helmet. Just murder. Until he takes off his armor and he looks like this. He looks like a cutie pie without it. I would 100% trust this man with my drink. Who is this guy though? I want to see a bare knuckle brawl between Gregor and this motherfucker. Be like 2 nations clashing. Probably be crazy. I wasn't joking when I said Gregor gets one hit in and then he's done for a little. There's one video where his friends are just like getting jumped and he's just chilling in the corner doing nothing. Maybe it's hard to see out of the helmet. I don't know. He's not moving.
The Bluetooth device.
As soon as he leaves the frame and you start to think where he could be, he just appears out of nowhere and chokes the dude with his axe. This seems to be a really popular move. Everyone just does it, I guess. It's the only way for most people to take down someone like Gregor. And then he just ends the video off giving him some love taps. He could have killed this man if he really wanted to. For some reason, whenever we have an event like this, there's always a 5', 100-pound woman that is just way too brave. She single-handedly stopped a murder. Stood in front of Gregor like it was nothing. Her back turned and everything. No hesitation, while he just broke this man's metal helmet with one strike. Are we comprehending what's going on? She looks like she's only wearing like assless chaps too. Obviously she's not. That was a really weird joke. I don't know why I said that. Unfortunately, Gregor is not immortal. They were playing a little rough and I guess almost tore down the wooden arena. Even the announcers aren't sure if the arena is gonna collapse.
Will the arena survive this match?
They're just too powerful, I guess. So I noticed that there's guys with like sticks that just hold it together so it doesn't fall down. Is there not a better way to secure a place of combat? Why is it so easy to knock it down? But if you look again, one of Gregor's victims is just groveling on the floor in pain. Get this man medical attention. Why are they just teeing up on him? Then he ends up landing on him. How disrespectful is that? I wouldn't even call this a win. It just kind of looks like Gregor got tired and decided to lay down for a few seconds. The best part is the pure panic as like 500 pounds of man meat is falling on this 150-pound dude. Look at him squirming. This is post-recording, Chris. I feel like I didn't drive home just how massive this dude is, so I made a list of things that usually weigh the same, maybe a little bit less, than Gregor with armor. A 6-month-old cow, a grand piano, just over 3.5 Joshua blocks.
It's just a hat, bitch!
A motor, 100 million ants. Somebody fact check that. Some random guy on Reddit told me it was true, and a rock that weighs 500 pounds. Of course, just like in any professional sport, there are people you like watching for their talent and others because they're just so bad at it. There are full-blown arenas with spectators, and others it looks like it was just held in someone's backyard. It doesn't seem like you need a permit to run one of these events. I think you could just have one if you really want to. It's great.
Trying to knock each other over, but they're facing off.
Maybe this dude isn't able to show off what he's made of because he's using the smallest axe he can find. Why would he choose this? It's not even an axe. It just looks like a toothpick. You know it's bad when they resort to the sensual touching? This doesn't even seem like it goes both ways though. Maybe more like manhandling. Is he stalling? What's the point of doing this? Even when he's given the opportunity to use his weapon, he doesn't. He just uses his fists. So the axe is starting to seem like a hindrance now. The most badass thing I feel like someone could do is just go in there with no weapons. But honestly, it seems like more of an advantage. From everything I've seen, as long as you topple the other person, I think you win. Why don't you just train judo and just toss everyone? Might have a hard time with Gregor though. Some people manage to get it done by using this legendary move. By far the funniest thing in the sport, they have a 10-second ground and pound limit. I haven't seen too many people take advantage of this, but when they do not hold back. There's no way this guy does not have brain damage, right? I found this article about this guy, Damien. Look how cute he is. He's so proud to be there. He ends the article by saying that shields are used more for punishment than defense. What kind of kinky shit is this man talking about? He also said this insane quote, "People give up because they're afraid of getting extremely hurt. If I'm on the ground, that means you've destroyed me." Who does this guy think he is? He used his shield to bludgeon his opponents into submission. Don't let this man around women and children. He's too much of a threat. You know who could take him, though.
So if you go to my YouTube, what my name is, I have
Buhurt. Buhurt. Can we talk? I keep seeing this. Buhurt means to wallop. I'm just going to leave that there. I don't know what to do with it. Buhurt, powerlifter, YouTuber, cosplayer, gamer. This man's build is wild. Mixing powerlifting and medieval combat is it's a crazy combo. A good way to get free brain damage. I take that back. They probably have to pay to get in these events. So they are paying to get brain damage from someone like Grant the Knight. And he gives that shit out too. Like he's got bills to pay. I think he does. I'm not sure. I'll admit, I always forget which person's which. So I just normally root for whoever's winning. It's pretty hard to tell. Sometimes there's just a lot of sensual hugging that goes on. Gregor is pretty easy to find. That might be why he's my favorite. I've been using Grant the Knight's page for just a bunch of this content. So if you're interested, please go show him some love. Grant, I think, is just your above average skilled, fully armored combat enjoyer. He's usually recording videos in his dojo and looks like he definitely prepares for the zombie apocalypse. You know, nothing too crazy. Grant has tons of gems on his account. Because of him, I was able to see someone wield nunchucks against a sword. It was definitely a lot more anticlimactic than I thought it would be, but not as lame as you'd expect. So I'd call that a win. One thing I can't seem to figure out is how do they transport all these weapons? I'm assuming they bring backup axes in case like Gregor loses his cool and just breaks his axe on someone's head. Just imagine someone gets pulled over and they have all of these weapons in their backseat. Looks like they're getting ready to assault a castle. Like, how do you explain this? Is there ever an event that's outside the country that they have to like ship their weapons to? How much would that cost? I can really appreciate people who have found something that they love and they really give their all to. I know I was hard on some people, like the guy with the toothpick axe. but I mean, he kind of deserved it. On a more serious note, I hope everyone can find a hobby that they enjoy, that they love, like these beautiful people. I even own 2 Demon Slayer swords, so I may be a little bit of a loser myself. That has been another video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys. I think I just hit over 150 subs, so thank you for that. Like, what the fuck? And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one, and have a good night, guys.